Hello and welcome back to another Schedule 1 tutorial guide. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the best mixture recipes in the entire game. All of these recipes are going to be grass mixtures. For tomorrow's video, that's where we'll focus on the coca and crystal. The way this is going to work is I'm going to show you guys two different recipes for each strain. The first of the recipes is going to be the absolute most profitable. The second recipes are going to be funny mixes or mixes that are still profitable but not so many ingredients. I've been in the lab testing nearly 1,000 different recipes, and a few of these recipes are going to be groundbreaking. Throughout this video, you'll be shown recipes that'll turn your clients into aliens, give them anti-gravity. I even found a seizure-inducing recipe for the grass that also has anti-gravity, so they literally are floating around the map. Absolutely hilarious. So make sure to stick around until the end so you don't miss any of these awesome recipes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. The first recipes we're going to be looking at is for OG Kush. The first OG Kush recipe we're going to be talking about is wedding slime. The market price is $164 and the ingredients price is only $30, making the net profit $134 for the starter strain. It is absolutely clutch, and it also has some pretty cool effects. Now, quick disclaimer, when we talk about market value for any of these strains, that's just the lowest amount that you'll be able to receive for said strain. You can easily change these. So for this wedding slime, you can go ahead and sell it for $200. What I have found is if you approach someone off the street that didn't ask for the product, their chances of accepting higher prices are a bit lower, but you can always change the listing price or counter offer when people text you for said product. Now, when we go over to our messages, we can see here that this individual wants 2 for $420. So he's actually offering $210 per wedding slime, but we can go ahead and counter offer. With these counter offers, you can get kind of insane. So for this one, we're gonna go $480 for the 2 wedding slime, which is about $240. We're gonna send that, and he says, okay, what time? So the reason why I'm showing you guys this is all of the text messages you receive for one of these mixed products, go ahead and counter offer for a bit more. Occasionally they will deny it, but majority of the time they do accept it. This is an easy way that you can ensure every single delivery you make is extremely profitable. Again, $240 for these 2 wedding slimes. Same here, we have Jeff wanting 2 for $420, so that's again $210. We're gonna go ahead and increase that to $480, and let's see what he says. Okay, sure bro, schedule a time. So for the first 2 guys, we upsell $240. So this one, she's offering just under $200 per. So let's go ahead and crank that up to $13.95. Let's see what she says. That's fine. So just like that, the first 3 counter offers we sent in instantly got accepted. So that's just a little tip and trick for you guys. So as we can see here, when we talk to Kyle, if we are to offer him it at $200, there is a pretty good chance that he'll accept it, but there's also many times that he won't. Here is the effect that you can expect from wedding slime. As far as visual effects, it's really funny to watch people turn into an alien. And also, as you can see, those blue glowing dots, that means it does have anti-gravity. So if you ever are being chased from the cops, you can easily smoke wedding slime and immediately take off. There we go, we have our wedding slime initiated. And all you have to do is sprint and jump, and ain't nobody gonna catch you. See this cop here, see ya later, sucker. Now let's go ahead and talk about the recipe, how you can make wedding slime for yourself. You can go ahead and check the bottom of the screen here. These are the ingredients that you are going to need, and these are placed in the order that you will be placing them in the mixing station. So we have paramecital, cuke, then paramecital again, gasoline, cuke again, megabean, and then battery. So again, these ingredients cost only $30, and you are going to be receiving $164 at minimum for selling this product. So let's go ahead and make 1 round of wedding slime. We'll fast forward this part of the video just so you guys can see that it does indeed make wedding slime. Overall, I find this OG Kush recipe to be the best for early game. OG Kush is the main strain that you are growing early game, and these ingredients only cost $30, yet it yields you around $200 per bud. Now we'll be speeding up the video. Next recipe we have is Afghan Express. This one is extremely good because it only has 4 ingredients. I know many of you guys out there don't want to have to bother with constantly making 7, 8 ingredient mixes. So this one is a really good early game recipe, 4 ingredients, and it only costs $25 for the ingredients themselves. Those 4 ingredients are mouthwash, Addy, Viagra, and then iodine. And again, it makes $111 for the asking price, which is extremely good for a 4-ingredient mix. This asking price is the minimum that you're going to be able to get for it. I would recommend changing it to, let's say, $130 and always counter offering up to $150. Here's a quick demonstration of what the effects are of Afghan Express when you smoke it yourself. It changes your skin color, makes your head big, and again gives you anti-gravity. So for a 4-ingredient mix, this one is absolutely clutch. It is quite funny, changing the race, making a big head. And just like before, if you get in a pinch, you can smoke a bag, sprint, and jump away with your anti-gravity. If you do flag people down on the street to offer them a deal for this bag, you could probably sell it somewhere around $130, and it should be accepted most of the time. And again, here is the effects on the customer. So again, for this recipe, all you have to do is start out with mouthwash. Then we'll be adding some Addy, add some Viagra, and finally adding that iodine, and that's what will give you the Afghan Express. All right, so now with our 2 OG Kush recipes out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about sour diesel. Now, I will say sour diesel has some of the weaker mixtures, but this one is pretty good. We have Gorilla Cake for $144, and this one does have a 7-ingredient list. The ingredients for this recipe do cost $32, so there's a pretty good profit margin, and these are the effects when you do smoke it. You'll notice a trend. This one also has anti-gravity. I tend to prefer mixes with anti-gravity. Even though I had a few mixes that were slightly better than this recipe, I choose this one because I can't say no to anti-gravity. I mean, come on. Anyways, as far as comedic effects, changes your race, makes your head big, hair on fire, etc. The only downfall is that when you are walking without sprinting, it does kind of feel like you're moving through quicksand. With an asking price of $144, you can go ahead and change that to around $160. And again, here we have the effects on our lovely priest Walter. As far as recipes for this mixture, it's at the bottom of the screen here. Iodine, the white pills, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. We have chili and Viagra, white pills again, cuke, and then we have motor oil. Now, one thing you're probably noticing is the OG Kush recipe did sell for quite a bit more than the sour diesel recipe, plus the OG Kush seeds are far cheaper. So if you are strictly going for high profit, those OG Kush seed recipes may be the better place for you. All right, so for our next sour diesel recipe, this one is called Purple Fruit, and it does fall into the comedic category. So this one doesn't sell for a crazy amount, but it does have a quite funny effect. Now, you aren't gonna wanna be actually smoking this recipe because that is what's going to happen to you if you do. But on the contrary, when you do sell it to clientele around the map, it does make for some funny moments. Now, as far as the sell price for Purple Fruit, that is only at $68. So you're probably honestly only able to make $80 to $100 when selling it. But the recipes are extremely cheap and it's really easy to make. And that is what's going to happen to your clientele after they smoke it. So if you do have a grudge with anybody on the map, like for me, I can't stand Chloe. She really grinds my gears. You can go ahead and sell them this bag and watch them explode. Oh, you waiting for the bus stop, are you, Chloe? Hope you have a good night. I hope your shift goes well tomorrow. Psych! I don't think Dean wants a bag. So for this recipe, quite simply, all you need is 2 donuts. Mixing 2 donuts with any recipe, any substance will always make it explosive. So for this recipe, we simply just added horse semen and a donut. Horse semen is one of the best original mixers for sour diesel. So for my recipe, all I did was horse semen and then 2 donuts, or you can maybe do any different kind of mix with sour diesel. Just always end it with 2 donuts, and then you'll have your comedic blend of explosive nug. All right, now with sour diesel out of the way, we are heading into green crack recipes. And for the first recipe, we're gonna be looking at the most profitable, which is wedding fruit, asking price of $153. And we have the ingredients cost on this one costing $40. This one is a 7-ingredient mix, but the effects are quite cool. Let's do a quick tester of the effects when you yourself do smoke it. You will see this one does have an electricity effect to it, as well as head getting bigger, fire, and race change. Even though the fair price is at $153 for this recipe, you should be able to get away with approaching people at $170 or selling it via text message with a counter offer of $120. So all in all, pretty good mixture. Again, here are the effects on the clientele. Chloe looks like she prefers this one over that double donut recipe. Then as far as the ingredients list to make this one, we have chili, banana, Viagra, mouthwash, horse semen, Addy, and then motor oil. The profit margins for this one are pretty good, but they still aren't quite as good as that original OG Kush recipe. All in all, it is a preference type of thing. Maybe in your game, say if you have a ton of green crack lying around, well, this could be a good recipe to turn all that spare green crack into some high profit recipe. All right, so for our next recipe, this one takes a whopping 13 different ingredients in order to get the desired effect. But the effect we're looking for is seizure inducing. This specific effect is absolutely hilarious, but it does take a ton of ingredients in order to acquire. With cannabis strains, you can do it pretty easily in crystal recipes, but in cannabis, it does take an extraordinary 11 different ingredients. But this is the list in order, starting from paramesitol. These are the first 4. These are the second 4, and these are the last 3. So this is what the effects are when you yourself smoke them. Again, very, very funny. As far as comedy mixes, this one has to be pretty much top tier. Again, if you do need to run away from the cops, you're gonna be able to do so extremely quickly while looking like a spazzed out alien. I believe you also have a speed boost with this one. So this combo is completely nutty. I mean, look how fast the sprint speed is just when we're running regular. I mean, holy cow, we are zooming. So here's what the effects are going to look like on the clientele after they smoke them. They're going to have a seizure and then flop around because of the anti-gravity. They'll even like levitate. Where you going, girl? Let me open the door for you. Yo, you good? Yo, what's good, Kevin? Let me offer you some Granddaddy Rhino, brother. Yeah, smoke that up. Let me know what you think. Oh, you good? Where you going, brother? Where you going, brother? You got work. It's not break time yet. You can't just go running down the street, brother. So with this recipe, again, 11 different items. You can see the mixing process here. It is fast forward, but if you look at the top left-hand side of the screen, that is the ingredients recipe in order. So paramesitol, cuke, motor oil, megabean again, cuke again, banana, gasoline, horse semen, mouthwash, and then iodine, and then you will have your crazy alien seizure levitating mix. And although this recipe may not be the most profitable, as far as funny effects go, this one probably takes the cake as my favorite within this entire video. All right, now with green crack out of the way, we are heading into our Granddaddy Purp recipes. And for this one, this is called Afghan Durkle, $163 market price. This one is $33 for the ingredients, 7 ingredients in total. And what you will find is that it is very similar in the effects as the initial recipe in this video, that OG Kush one. It's gonna give us anti-gravity as well as that green alien look. So pretty consistent for these most profitable mixtures to have this similar effect. And again, just like before, even though the market value is at $163, if you approach people, you should be able to sell it for around $180. And for any text message offers that do come through, you should be able to counter offer them at around $200 to $250. Now for this recipe, if you look down at the bottom, it goes energy drink, cuke, then paramesitol, however the hell you say it. We have gasoline, cuke again, megabean, and then battery, with the ingredients cost being $33 and the market value being $163. At minimum, you will be profiting $130. Obviously, you gotta deduct the price of the seed, but anyways, all in all, this is a very solid recipe, and again, giving you that anti-gravity in case you need to take off. All right, so last and certainly not least, we have a 7-ingredient Granddaddy Purp mix that is going to make a $140 market value product. Obviously not as profitable as the previous recipe, but this one is a pure zombie recipe, and that needed to be included in the video. Just last week, I spent days trying to find a pure zombie recipe, so I figured one needed to be included. With this recipe, it is a 7-ingredient mix, $36 for the ingredients cost. Now let's go ahead and show you what the effects are going to look like if you yourself do smoke it. This is a zombie that's on fire. With this recipe, although it is $140 market price, again, you should be able to walk up and sell to people at $155, and then through text message, you should be able to counter offer anywhere from $170 to $200. And again, just real quick, we have our best friend Chloe here testing out the mix for us. If you are someone who plans on making content, you could always make a zombie mix, pull out your machete, and get to work. Anyways, as far as the recipe for this one, that is going to include energy drink, chili, flu medicine, Viagra, Cuke, battery, and lastly, Megabean, of course, all in that specific order. Now, with that being said, that about wraps it up for this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to leave a like and comment down below. And also go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to stay up to date on all the latest tutorial guides. Now, sometime in the next 24 hours, I will be publishing an entire mixing guide for all of the best coca and crystal recipes. I have found some absolutely crazy ones, crazy effects, crazy expensive, you name it, so you'll definitely not want to miss out. Both Discord links for the official Schedule 1 Discord and my personal community Discord are down in the description box below, so I hope to see you guys there. If not, no worries. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.